Today we are learning about an insect that's actually in a popular song that we like to sing. Does this sound familiar? The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Hopefully it does. We've sang it in school before. So today the insect we're learning about is ants. So to help us learn about it, I'm going to actually mix together a few different books. But the first one we're going to start with is called Ants, World of Insects. And the author who wrote the words is Emily Green. Ants are busy insects. Ants can be many colors. Most ants are black, brown, or red. You can see these ones right here, they're more red, and this one right here is more black. If you guys have ever seen an ant before, maybe you can think about what color it was. Ants have smooth bodies and a skinny waist. So you see right here, this part of their body is called their waist. You guys have waists too. Ants have two antennas. We've been talking about antennas with a lot of different insects. So here you can see an ant's antennas. Their antennas bend. They use their antennas to touch and smell. Now you guys should know an ant is an insect, so can you think of how many legs it has? It has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, we don't count these because those are its antennas. Each leg has a sharp claw. And then look at this. This is an ant's head. Here's the antennas. And for their mouth, they have very strong jaws. You have a jaw in your mouth too. You just can't see it like you can see it on an ant. Ants use their jaws to eat. Most ants eat plants or other insects. So here you can see this ant is actually eating another insect. Ants use their jaws to dig. Most ants dig a nest underground. Ants dig tunnels and rooms in their nests. Many ants make a mound on top of their nest. So right here you can see this is called a mound. So underneath that would be the ant's nest. You've probably seen the top of a nest that looks something like that in your yard. I'm going to show you in a little bit an underground picture of what an ant's nest looks like. Ants live in a group called a colony. So a colony is a group of ants. And within the colony, ants have different types of jobs. So I'm going to switch to a different book now so I can tell you more about the jobs of the different ants. So there's typically 3 different types of ants within a colony. They have one egg-laying queen, other female ants, and then male ants. So right here you can see this is the queen ant. As you can see, a queen ant actually has wings. And if you were to look at a colony of ants, you would know which one is the queen ant because it would be the biggest ant out of all of them. So the queen ant is responsible for laying the eggs so that they can keep getting more ants to grow the colony. These are the male ants. So right here you can see that the male ants also have wings. And a male ant is actually called a drone. So you guys might have heard the word drone before, but you might not have known that that's a word that can be used for a male or a boy ant. The last type of ant in a colony is the other female ants. Now you can see these ants don't have any wings. The female ants, besides the queen, their job is to protect the nest, forage, which means gather food, and care for the nest. So I'm going to go back to this book now. ants, these would be the female worker ants, leave the nest to find food. Here, they're walking in a line. Here you can see they're actually working together to gather food to bring back to the nest. Ants are very, very strong. So you can see here, what is this ant carrying? It is a leaf. So this leaf is much bigger than this ant, but because of its strong jaws, it doesn't have any problem carrying it. They can carry objects that weigh way more than they do. So like I said, they are very strong. Here you can see a bunch of ants working together to bring a part of the leaf back to their colony and back to the nest. So that is the end of that story. Before I sign off, I just want to show you guys underground what an ant's nest looks like. So we talked about before, you can see right here, this is the ant hill or the mound that's on top of the nest above ground, and then below ground is where the actual nest is. So what they do is they dig tunnels. So you can see this example, it only has one tunnel. And then inside there are a bunch of different chambers. So a chamber is what we would call a room. So basically a tunnel is like a hallway and the chambers are like different rooms. So here we have the worker ants bringing in the food. So here in these two chambers or rooms is where they're storing the food. Here you can see that there are little baby ants starting to come out. And then down here at the bottom, this ant, which is the biggest, is the queen ant, and she is down there laying eggs. So think about what kind of rooms you guys have in your houses. You probably have a kitchen where you store your food. You probably have a bedroom where you lay to rest. So very similar, ants have different rooms as well. So I hope you guys learned something cool about ants today. I know I definitely did. And have fun singing Ants Go Marching One by One today for our math activity. See you guys later.